It's a little tacky. It's definitely at a good stage to paint into it. So I'm going to work on this dark area underneath the boat here with a pretty strong mix of burnt sienna and ultramarine. Now this is pretty much a straight. I'll just add the littlest bit of white to it to give it a little bit of body. And I'm also going to work some raw sienna over here on the one edge for when we get out near the boat edges. Now I'm looking at my reference shots here, and I'm just following the shapes that I see made by these shadow areas in here. This would be the rudder. Now this looks like black, but it's really not. It's this mix of ultramarine and burnt sienna, and you can take it a little to one way, either a little warmer or a little cooler by the amount that you mix it. If you put, say, lamp black right out of the tube next to it, you'd see the difference, but this helps keep things from getting muddy later on. Now, we're just kind of determining where the bottom water line of the actual boat is right now. Okay, now I'm going to go back in here and mix up some red and some blue. And I'm just going to mix that over into the dark blue-brown mix here and get something just a little lighter in value to start working the transition up into the painted part of the boat. And then I'm using kind of a dry brush spotting technique on top of this tacky underpaint that's set up enough now that it's letting us go on top of it. And I'll just start working some of those spots down in here. When the paint is sort of half set up like this and you Gives you a real nice effect for weathered paint peeling off. Yeah, I'm not going to get too crazy with that now. I just want to kind of set the tone for it. And then I'm going to work some raw sienna, pretty much pure, back as the boat comes around. Brush off on that, and we'll just leave that sit for a second. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to come back onto this lit barnacles, and I'm going to take some white, some raw sienna, about half and half mix over here, and I'm just going to go right on top of my so. And maybe I'll work a couple of spots down in. All right, now we're going to get this little, this is the shadow of the boat in the water. It's actually the shadow on the sandy bottom, but that's pretty much just the same color. I'm just gonna take that same mix at burnt sienna and ultramarine mix, and I'm gonna add some white to it so it's not quite as dark. I'll give it a little more body. Maybe a little bluer. It's a shadow. Okay, so now what we're looking at on our reference here is this shape that the bottom of the shadow is making. I'll add some more blue to that. And I have a pencil guide on here that I'm roughly following. And it comes out just a little bit from there. Okay. That's the basic underpainting for the boat. Now I'm going to bring the camera around and zoom in on that so you can see what that looks like. And there you get a pretty good idea of where we're at.